2023 Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV First Drive Review, S for Serene.
But before we start, please support us by pressing like and subscribe buttons. Also turn on the bell notification to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you.
Last year, I had the pleasure of getting behind the wheel of the controversial Mercedes-Benz EQS, which was the first vehicle built on the company's electric-specific EVA2 modular platform. Wearing a slippery, ovoid shape that's become a Mercedes EQ signature, the EQS sedan, which is actually a 5-door liftback, has all the presence we've come to expect from a full-size Mercedes, but there are still a few flaws, namely the rear seat. The sedan's high floor, necessitated by the low-mounted lithium-ion battery pack, results in an awkward seating position for back seat passengers, as well as a slight lack of headroom that belies the car's arching roofline. But what if you gave the EQS sedan more ground clearance and raised the roofline to match? Then you'd have the Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV, a simply named crossover that shares a platform and powertrain options with its sedan namesake, but adds a taller stance and an optional third-row seat. Would this SUV be able to maintain a flagship-style driving experience and adequate range estimates in spite of its added height and weight? And more importantly, will the high-riding EQS feel enough like a luxury car to anyone willing to make the $105,550 minimum investment needed to put one in their garage? As its name suggests, the EQS SUV shares a good deal, dynamically speaking, with the sedan. The SUV offers a single-motor EQS 450+ trim level, as well as dual-motor EQS 450-4MATIC and EQS 580-4MATIC variants, neatly mirroring the 2023 sedan's offerings. Power and torque likewise carry over. The 450 Plus makes 355 horsepower and 419 pound-feet from its rear-mounted electric motor. Adding a front motor to a 450 brings torque output up to 590 lb-ft. At the top of the lineup is the EQS 580 SUV 4MATIC, which gets a total of 536 horsepower and 633 lb-ft. The EQS SUV's battery is slightly larger, at 108.4 kWh instead of 107.8. Also carrying over is a standard, 10-degree rear axle steering system, which helps the EQS SUV shrink around its 126.4-inch wheelbase. With the wheel cranked, the big Benz can turn on a 36-foot wide dime, a number that matches the much smaller CLA class. As it does on the EQS sedan, the rear axle steering makes the SUV much less intimidating to drive and park in tight confines, and getting a glimpse in the side view mirror of those rear wheels towed out that far is always good for a smile. Things diverge when it's time to hit the road, though. The EQS SUV is quite a bit heavier than its sedan sibling, 6,228 pounds versus 5,888 in the case of the EQS 580 variant in which I spent most of my time. That added mass is plainly evident as soon as the wheels start turning. With 536 electron-shaped horses available with a twitch of the accelerator, the EQS 580 SUV never feels slow, but it's definitely a bit less sprightly than the sedan. The weight also comes out to say hello when being introduced to any of the curvy roads that the Colorado Rocky Mountains have to offer. Drive the EQS SUV injudiciously and you'll be met with plenty of body roll and some gut-dropping understeer. The GLS 48-volt active anti-roll bars that lean into corners would be a godsend here, but alas, they're unavailable on the electric SUV. Dial things back and the EQS becomes much better behaved, with well-controlled body motions and progressive steering that allows the driver to pick a cornering line and stick with it. Speaking the same language. Like almost every other Mercedes EQ product, the EQS SUV has a smooth, modern shape that inspires opinions everywhere it goes. With a sloping hood and high rear roofline, the profile looks less like a streamliner and more like a minivan, but there are lots of pleasant details that improve its appearance in person. For starters, the gloss black grille panel can be equipped with teensy little Mercedes stars engraved into a substrate beneath the surface, giving it some modern glitz. The 3-element LED headlights and coiled taillight graphic have a sophisticated appearance, and my tester's optional 21-inch wheels look big and imposing. The Mercedes EQ sub-brand's DNA is all over the interior of the EQS SUV. As on the sedan, the 450 Plus and 450 4MATIC models come standard with a 12.8-inch center touchscreen and 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, mounted in a slanted binnacle that sprouts from the center console a la S-Class sedan. However, the optional hyperscreen, standard on the EQS 580, ditches the separate display binnacles in favor of a single pane of glass spanning the dashboard and concealing the instrument cluster and an identically sized touchscreen in front of the passenger, with a 17.7-inch center display separating the two.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.